Hey, how is everyone? Are you getting excited? We just had the Mexico trip for some of you. Getting excited for celebration. We have brought out all of our, if you see Jackie and Katie on there, all of our bright colors. My niece is down the shore here with us, and she, I think, has brought me everything pink and fluorescent from the house. I have dog toys, all kinds of stuff surrounding me that she has me all set, sunglasses, ready for Orlando. So if you are ready just to kick off like the most amazing summer and get your businesses thriving, how many people are going to Celebration? Drop a 1 in the comments if you are going to Celebration. I'm so excited. See lots of 1s popping up there. I know Katie and Jackie and I are ready to fill all the hotel rooms, so we're super excited for that. So love seeing all those 1s. But as you know, our team theme is going to be fluorescent. So see Katie in bright yellow and Jackie in pink. Kind of getting into the spirit of things, but just wanted to quickly introduce Jackie and Katie. For those of you who don't know us, I started 5 years ago. I watched Jessica and her team blowing it up and helping so many people have amazing transformations, but I watched them have phenomenal financial transformations as well. So I jumped on board 5 years ago and I reached out and talked to Jackie. Jackie was my boys' kindergarten teacher. So if those of you who know me, you know my boys, I won't mention their age or anything else because Jackie is aging in reverse. Jackie jumped on board with me and has grabbed friends, and that's how Katie came in as well. So the 3 of us definitely work together, and I love seeing so many teams on here just collaborating and working together. So we just thought we'd pop in, let you know what we're doing. Many of the things are things that you've probably heard a lot over time. Consistency is key. But one of the things we said was so important was knowing our 30-second story. So I just want to introduce them. Jackie is 4-star Golden Circle, 2-star Crystal Executive. Think 4.5 years now, Jackie, that you've been with Isagenix. She was with a previous company before that. But Jackie just came in and exploded, and she just dives deep with her team and helps so many people. So we talked about a 30-second story as being one of our most important things, and something that all of you should type in and Google, because Google's our best friend, Isagenix 30-second story. There's even a template, but I would love for Jackie just to, and then Katie, just to share their 30-second story, just so you get to know them a little bit. Katie is a 2-star Golden Circle, 2-star Crystal Executive. She followed Jackie's lead, and she is also reaching into her team and helping to duplicate and lift others up. So Jackie, welcome to the team call. So
Thank
excited
you.
to have you here. Can you share your 30-second story with us so we can just hear a little bit about you?
Sure. And just so we're clear, I'm always perfecting it. I feel like it's always changing, and I'm always learning how to make it better, quicker, and faster. If there was one person that told me to be quicker, it was Jessica Rayner, because I was doing lots of ATMs back in the day, and they were quite lengthy, but I've gotten them all down to a minute. So I can do my 30-second story. So for example, Saturday evening is a great example of when I would use my 30-second story. Obviously, it's easy to have it on here because it's us, you know what I mean? But for people that don't know you, they don't know your background, maybe they just think you're a teacher, or maybe they just see you on social media, right? So we talk a lot about, okay, well, I have a product story, I have a business story, but remember, you have 30 seconds to make an impact, to have someone remember you. So it kind of all needs to be all encompassing. So mine is, I used to have a product story and a business story, so I've kind of just made it all one big thing. So for example, on Saturday, I had given a baseball mom a box of collagen, and she was like, I just want to take a shot of collagen right now in front of all these people. I'm like, go for it. And another mom said, well, what do you do, to me? And I said, so now I'll start my 30 seconds. Sorry. I said, I'm a first grade teacher at French Creek Elementary School. I said, about 4.5 years ago, I was doing Beachbody and loved it, helped me a lot. It was awesome. But I needed to make a substantial amount of money to not have to do grad school anymore. I was teaching grad courses, and Kim approached me and I just jumped into the opportunity. And ever since then, I have made from $30,000 to above $100,000. I said, and at the end of the day, I was going to do anything I needed to make that extra income. And what happened was I ended up falling in love with the products, and they changed my life inside and out, because I had migraines and all the things, and I'm migraine free and medication free. Feel free to talk to me about any products you want. I said, but honestly, the opportunity is what changed my family's life. The products have changed my internal being. And, questions just stem from there. So I'm done there, by the way. That was my 30-second story. I think probably about 4 years ago, if you would have asked me my story, it probably would have been about a half an hour. You would have fallen asleep. You would have been confused, and you would have been like, I'm good. But I feel like it's a lot like teaching. Like, you need to lead with inquiry learning, like get them wanting to ask you questions because you've left out so much, is kind of how I've evolved my 30-second story. I try and leave out as much as possible so that they need to ask me a question.
I love that. Awesome. Katie is also going to share her 30-second stories, just because just wanted to give her a quick chance to introduce herself as well. So Katie, can you jump on and come off mute and share, why did you get started?
Hi, everybody. I am so fired up for this summer. I cannot wait to see who bumps themselves to the next level, because this is the time when I went executive years ago. So many people say the summer is, chill. Everyone's with their children on vacation. But this was the time that I actually closed my bedroom door and said, I'm going to get 10 people with 2 people, and I'm not coming out until it's done. And I remember Jackie saying, I'll give you all the things, just keep going, keep going. And I was like, I don't even know if I brushed my teeth for those days, but it happened. I think I needed 4 people, but I'm just here to say it's summer and let's get fired up. Okay. So here's my 30-second story. Basically, I was a teacher of 23 years, a first grade teacher, minding my own business, watching my friends transform on social media, talking about financial stability, talking about weight loss and toning. I had just had my 5th child and I could not lose 50 pounds. I was running 7 days a week. So I jumped in, I grabbed my mom and my husband because I knew that referral bonus that I would get my money back. So I grabbed them and I said, we'll return this in 30 days when it doesn't work for us. And in 30 days, I literally thought that something, my mom kept saying, now don't mention it to anyone because I think it's illegal. I think what we're doing is illegal, because she felt so amazing and she was losing sticky pounds. And at 77 years old, she was walking in parades and had these great results. All of 3 of us did. So I kept just telling people authentically about my story, carrying my shake cup around the beach, sharing the links. People were jumping in, and I surpassed my income with teaching by accident, totally by accident. Fast forward a year, and I lost my mom of pancreatic cancer. It was an 8-week battle. She was my whole world, but every single doctor that she was so proud that she met, she would say, hi, I'm on isogenics and I feel great. I don't understand. What do you mean I'm sick? So something clicked in me and I thought, I need to change the world. I need to tell people that these products work, that every single oncologist was so impressed with all of the ingredients and the products. And I even was holding my breath because I didn't know much about it. And I'm like, what are these doctors going to say to her? And they were like, no, this is absolutely amazing to hear these doctors agree with me, that I knew how I felt. I thought they were great products. But I thought to myself, forget this. I'm not going to just teach. I'm going to do this full time and I'm going to change the world. Then you fast forward when the collagen came out and my business grew 300% that year. So ladies and gentlemen, we also have the nutrition, but the collagen has blown my mind. So that's my 30-second story. I quit my job. I'm here full time, helping other people do the same exact thing. And really the seed that was planted in my heart is my mom's story. So that's it.
I love it. I love it. So we have these two powerhouses, and I want to just come on here and just have them share what they're doing, because what they're not telling you is that they are enrolling machines. For the last 4.5 years, they have brought in people consistently every week, and they've helped with duplication and helped those people also help more people, which is exciting as well. But it starts with the basics. Consistency is key. You heard both of them talk about the products. The products are what brought so many of you in. If the products brought you in, put a 1 in the comments. If the business brought you in, put a 2 in the comments, because we've heard both things. Jackie came in for the business, was shocked what the products did. Being that product of a product, we have a good mix there. Being the product of the product is number 1. And then consistently sharing and keeping our lights on. Jackie, we talked a little bit about this morning when we chatted. You do consistently every day income producing activities. Can you share what are some of the basic things that you plug into every day in order to kind of reach more people in what you're doing?
Yep, very quickly. To the point where Katie and I will even be talking and we're like, oh, this isn't income producing anymore. Gotta go. Just kidding. And TV is definitely not income producing, just so we're clear. Jess once said there's no B in TV. So some of the things we do every single day, no matter what, no matter whether we're in a funk, no matter the season, no matter the dip, no matter the high. So that's where these are coming from. Birthday messages. Sometimes they're a voice message, 90% of the time, if whatever you're laying with the sick kid, just get them done anyway. If there's anything about these things that we're about to list really quickly, is no matter how you have to get it done for yourself, because it makes you feel so good. Even if it's typed and you're used to voice messaging it or whatever, just get it done. So birthday messages are huge. Do them every day. Click on your bell, find the birthday cake. I think it's pink, and see whose birthday it is that day and go from there. The next thing we do is check in with 5 to 10 customers. During the school year. So during the school year, I click on view my team and just go right down my personally enrolled and 5 to 10. The next day I just go down and it's, basically by enrollment on your left and your right side. And that's just kind of how I do it. Everyone else has their own, I understand their own method to their madness, but when I'm teaching, I do it first thing in the morning before the kids come in, and I message 5 to 10 customers and I literally say like, happy Tuesday. I just wanted to let you know I was here. Hope you have a great day. Because then it's just, 50% of the time they're like, oh my God, I forgot to do this. And can you help me do this? And we call it VIP, or they just say thank you. But at least you're there for them, because part of our ultimate responsibility is the accountability to our customers and making sure that we have the best customer service. Then 3 to 5, mine's more, I'll say it this way. Try and do 3 to 5 comments on your team's posts, right? So that we're bumping up their feed. What I personally like to do is I'll go into a thread, whether it's push your limits, director, etc., and I'll just click on their picture of probably the past 10 people. There's a circle in their picture, and I just click on the picture and I make sure I comment, because I know once I get to a certain spot, I did that yesterday. You know what I mean? Because you'll see, oh, I commented on that yesterday. Because people that are interactive in the threads, they're also posting all the time. So I just click on their picture in multiple threads and it takes me right to their profile, and I click on their most recent post that looks like it needs engagement. I'm sure we all do something of the sort. The last thing I'm gonna speak about is our posting on our social media, whether it's Instagram, Facebook, wherever you are. My thing is, my big thing is I was a kindergarten teacher for a long time. I like patterns because it keeps me consistent. So I always do a personal post, an isogenics post, and an adding value post. And it's, you can, like, if you looked at my feed, unless I'm tagged, of course, in something, it's personal, ISA, adding value. So personal is easy because it's your family, etc. Isogenics is easy because you can just pull from a product, etc. Adding value is probably the biggest thing you can do. And I clump under adding value recipes, engagement posts. So when you're asking people a question, because people need that, they need to feel useful. So thanks, Marsh. So just make sure that when you're adding value, just because it's an engagement post, you're still adding value to people's life because they're helping you. And then you end up probably helping them in a way because you end up having a conversation. So engagement posts are huge. Clothes, personal interest, all that is pumped under my adding value, like pattern. So isogenics, personal post, add value. Don't put another isogenics post up until you've added value. So that's my thing.
I love that. So one of the things, and I think I love, looking at Jackie's page and getting some ideas, is look at some people, other leaders, to find some ideas and make them your own. We don't want our social media to all of a sudden look like an isogenics advertisement. You want to make sure you're sharing what you love. So even if you look at Jackie's page and her isogenics post, you may find it's not a picture of a shake. It could just be how she's using it in her kids' lives, or how, what she's doing at baseball, and that hydrate is in there. So, but really mixing it up. And I love how Jackie's keeping it super simple in those three, like kind of her power posts, personal, isogenics, value. Other people may, do it a little differently, but it's great to mix things up. People love you and they are joining you and they're flooding into your teams with ease because they want to know who you are and they trust you. And that's why they're reaching out to you, which is awesome. So I love that. Katie, we're kind of going to mix back and forth between the two because they all have so much value to add to all of us. Katie has been really focused on business builders and bringing in people who want to share and lift up other people, just like all these people on this page here now. Katie, can you share what your daily mode of operation is as you are looking for your potential people that you want to bring into your business?
Yes, absolutely. So, let me think here. So I just want to just elaborate a little bit on what Jackie was talking about in case it wasn't clear. When she was saying that you go into the team pages and you comment or you tag somebody, that's in our team. Team Win has the wellness page. And I know other teams have different pages, but if you go into those pages and you post or you tag somebody or you write a comment, it bumps that post to the top. So if it's great information, all those people are going to see it. And all of your people will get a notification that you did something in there. So all the people that you've added to that group or that page, they'll get reminded, oh yeah, there's Katie Flanagan with her isogenic stuff again. So that's really important. I always like to go through and kind of do that, once a week or so. But moving on, the other things I do, I had that down to adding value. Adding value is so important, you guys, because we are not selling a product. We are sharing a lifestyle. So definitely make sure that every post you do, you think it through and you're thinking, am I attracting someone who I would want to be friends with? Like your post should be like, you want people engaging that you absolutely just really care about and like. We don't want to put stuff up there that just throwing stuff up there. I always say, think it through, and you want people to love you, because if people love you and trust you, they're going to want to share your product, or they're going to want to love the product as much as you. They want to feel that emotion. God, Katie is really obsessed with the cleanse. I guess I should be that obsessed about it. So you just put that spin on it and people feel that emotion. So that's really important when you're posting. What I like to tell my people right away, and people that are on here that have ever talked to me, is I tell you right away, think of 10 people right now off the bat, the first day you want to decide to share and get your products paid for. Think of 10 people that you would love to travel with, that you would love to do business with. You don't know if those people are interested or not, but in your head, you're manifesting it, you're envisioning it, you're seeing it through, and you're going to start commenting on their pages. You're going to start connecting, private message. My God, where did you get your shoes? I love your dress. You know, wow, you're such a good mom. I see you working so hard. Those are the things. And please make them authentic. Never make it up. It's something really from your heart. Study them. What would you want to take from them? What do you love that they're doing? What's attracting you to them? Think of 10 people. Now you might have to cross that list off 100 times because the people say absolutely no way. And we know that means not today. It doesn't mean always, right? But think of 10 people. I know from my first list, I think I still have 4 consultants that are with me. They're not building, but they have their families under them. And that makes a business, you guys. We're not looking for 10 huge builders. We don't need 10 Brandy Brogals, but 1 or 2 would be awesome. So that's kind of where we're going with that. I always got frustrated because I thought 10 people that are going to want to build like a kingdom. I don't know if I'll find those people. You will in time. But in the beginning, you want 10 people to share with 2 people. That's what we're looking for. So do not get stressed out. You know, that's the biggest thing, the biggest takeaway. But finding those 10 people, who are they? If you're new and you're like, Katie, I don't even know what you're talking about. What 10 people? And Kim had asked me this today. 10 people. So I look at their profile. I look at their profile picture. Most of those people that have a following have more than 100 likes. Okay. So then you think, okay, they have some friends on social media. People are following them. People are interested in things that they're interested in. And then of course it's someone who is active, you know, in life. It doesn't have to be on social media because everything doesn't have to be on social media, but somebody that's just active that people want to be friends with. That's called influential. So they're the kind of people, if they're into health and wellness, bingo, even better. I'm a mom of 5, which I forgot to say in the beginning. So a lot of the times I'm talking to busy moms. That's my avatar. My avatar, think about who you want to post to, who you want to start really connecting with. It's your avatar. You own it. You create it. I know I have a builder on my team who's a dentist who runs triathlons. A lot of her following are really athletic moms who have huge goals. Somebody might look at me and say, oh gosh, you know, she's trying, but she's not that athletic. But they could say, wow, she is a busy mom and she really does want to be fit. And I want to be like her. Let's do this together. So they're the kind of people that you're really trying to connect with. The other thing is posting stories is so important. And you can see your viewers of who saw your story. Reaching out to those people in a private message just to say, like if it's a picture of your dog in your story and you say, oh my gosh, are you a dog person? My dog drives me crazy. Boom. You just made a connection. They're going to either ignore you or they're going to come back with, oh my gosh, I love my dog. What kind of dog do you have? These are the kind of connections we're talking about. We're not talking about isogenics connections always. It can just be a picture of my daughter's birthdays this weekend. Somebody might say, oh, I share a birthday with them. And then boom, I'm back, I'm connecting. Those stories are the biggest attraction. So make sure you think them through. You do stories every single night before I go to bed. I pop stories in, about 4 or 5 of them, and I do a post. And like Jackie said, hey guys, excuse me. Hi, I'm on here. My goodness. And my kids are still awake. So that's really the big gist of what I wanted to just share with you guys about trying to find our people and never giving up and looking for that blue M&M.
I love that. Now, Katie, you talked about stories, making sure you're posting things in the stories. Katie is the queen of going live as well. And so looking at the people who are looking at your stories, but can you tell us a little bit more about what kinds of things you go live about? Because I love the connections that you've made with people that you've brought into your team that you've connected with because of your lives.
Okay, that's actually a good one. So I do go live, and those of you that have never gone live, we call it puke and rally. So literally you feel like you're going to throw up. You're just going to do it. And then you're going to come right back up from it and be like, I can do this. But literally it's puke and rally. We're all here for you. Tell your friends. We're literally going to be here watching. You're going to see our comments coming up. Brandy, come on, do it tonight. We're giving you homework. So you're going to go live, but doesn't have to be about isogenics. We do not want to saturate the pages with, oh, here's that sales girl again. My mom, like I shared with you guys, passed away. Sometimes I go live about my mom, about seeing signs from heaven. Like if something blows me away, boom, I'm going live about it. Like you guys, you might think I'm crazy, but some bird just pecked right on my window and was smiling at me. I swear it was my mom, something like that. And you would be amazed about the new avatar now that I'm bringing into my life. It's authentic. It's real. If anybody follows me, you know, I'm always talking about my mom and how she's my inspiration. But that's just an example. Sports, baseball, you know, my kids playing baseball and it's crazy. And what kind of snacks am I bringing to the game? Just anything.
Goodwill.
You know, Goodwill is another one. I go to Goodwill. I love to bargain shop and I share that with people. And here's the really important thing. Once I do the live, I share my lives into different groups. So let's say there's a frugal mom group and I belong to it. I don't mention anything that I'm sharing or selling or doing. It's strictly about finding a good find at a thrift store. Boom. I put them, I share them, and you will get kicked out really fast, right, Jackie? I get kicked out of a lot of them in the beginning. You will get kicked out if you talk about anything sale, isogenics, anything, because I've tried that route. But if you are authentic and you're really talking about something, like I'm in a group called Mothers Without Daughters, and I'll go live about my mom and seeing a sign, and then I'll pop it in there. Is it authentic? Yes. Do I really feel it? That I'm talking about things that I really feel? Yes. Sometimes I cry, sometimes I don't. I am real, but I'm popping it in there and I'm getting comments from people like, oh my gosh, I feel the same way. Boom, their friend requesting me. Next thing I know, they want to be fit and healthy. And this is the way it works, you guys. So joining groups that have things in common with your life. Make sure you're doing that, because that's really a lot of the ways that I've networked outside of my warm market. Being a product of the product is so important. If you're fueling with the product and you're feeling amazing, they're going to know. They're going to absolutely know it. That's why we have to have 100 BV every month, because the Cougars want you fueling with the best. So I'm just trying to look at anything else. Oh, following up. This is the most important thing. Is following up, you guys, is the most important thing you're going to do for your business. Did you hear me loud? Following up. You have to follow up. Do you know on average, it takes 14 follow-ups? 14. Everybody put a 14 in the comments right now, because in the chat, it takes 14 comments before the average person will buy from you. So it's not you. It's not in your head. You don't stink. You shouldn't quit. 14's normal, guys. And those follow-ups do not have to look like, hi, do you want my product? Are you ready for the sale? Do you want isogenics? Do you see that there's a new shake drop? The reach outs could be, you know, oh my gosh, I saw you at church this weekend. I didn't get to say hi to you. I wanted to wave from you from the back. That is a follow-up. It's just getting your face in front of them, reminding them that you're still alive, you're still kicking, and you're still loving the products, but 14 times. So absolutely make sure you stay consistent and you follow up, and you are going to rock your summer.
I love this. And oh my goodness. And we chatted for probably an hour about what we were going to chat tonight, but that is key. We could go on and on about so many things, but I think the biggest thing that we want to just share with you is consistency. Keep your lights on, make it about the people you're talking about, and those people are flooding into your business with ease. One thing that we talked about earlier, because both Jackie and Katie are so consistent with posting, with reaching out to the people who are looking at their stories and liking and commenting on their posts, and their reels. We didn't even mention reels, though that's a whole nother story. But I know we've had team calls on reels. When you see people liking it and who's watching it, and you reach out to them just authentically, like Katie and Jackie both said, it's amazing how your business can grow. And when you do that on a daily basis, as Katie and Jackie are, the momentum just continues. So we are so excited for this summer. We are so excited for celebration. Grab your hot pink and yellows and bright colors for our team party. Get your teams there. There is still so much time to get there for August, which is super exciting. But one thing we had talked about real fast is that everything you do should also have some kind of call to action, whether you are posting about business.
And we forgot urgency. Nobody should be taking their time. This should be like, you are going to grab your 10 people as fast as a fire is burning, and you are not going to not talk. I forgot about that. That is so important. So many people are like, oh, what's my deadline? Okay, I'll get there. And I'm like, no. You're going to do this tonight. Talk to 10 people, grab 2 people, and hurry up. And that's the way Jess told me once, speed is sexy. And I'm like, yes, build with your hair on fire. That's exactly what we're doing. So sorry for interrupting. I'll be quiet now.
Yeah, you're good. And that's the energy we're looking for. So we have some homework for you before next week. We want you to, if you're not already, post in your stories, or if you're already doing stories, do a reel. And we want you to look for the people who are looking at them. When you look at your Facebook, and if I pull up Facebook real fast, or your Instagram, you're going to see your stories, and it's going to tell you 92 people saw your story that you're going to talk about Katie and Jackie. Go through, message them, see how their life is going, see what they're doing, make those connections. So that's the first thing that we want you to do. Second thing, this is Katie. Everybody here, we want you to go live once on your page. I don't care if you're making a salad recipe, if you're going for a walk and you see some amazing bird, doesn't matter. Go live on your page. Talk, be you, let your people see you. You can see as people, you can let your team know that you're going live. They can jump on and support you. As Katie said, puke and rally. It absolutely is 5 years in, and I still get nervous. My niece was laughing at me as she was handing me my feathers and everything else. For tonight, I had my adaptogen elixir, be that product or the product. Go live in your page. Let us know. We'll support you. And it doesn't have to be Isogenics. And try a reel if you haven't tried it already. So we just want you to put yourself out there, show that your lights are on. It doesn't have to all be about social media, but reach out to people, talk to people, because you know what? Jessica shared her story. I watched for 3.5 years. It changed my life. I shared with Jackie. Physically, financially, she hit 6 figures last year. Awesome. It changed, her life. And Katie said yes. And because she said yes, because other people reached out, her life has been changed. You are not doing this for you anymore. It's really about who we can bless. And we can't wait to see you all at Celebration in August. Anything else?
You guys are awesome. I got so much value. I've gotten so many messages. It was such a great call. Thank you, guys. I am super excited. No Let's Go Orlando contests are going for both teams. We've got the Neon Nights party coming up that we're doing collaboratively. And you've got some really cool things coming up for Isogenics in the next few weeks. So excited. Have such a great night. And thank you 3 ladies for really bringing the value. Have a great night, everybody.